Good morning this Wednesday, the 22nd of May. I'm Grady Wolf, market analyst with Bell Direct. Wall Street ticked higher at the closing bell on Tuesday as investors anticipate the release of results out of AI giant Nvidia to gauge just how far the tech rally and valuations can grow. The Dow Jones rose 0.17% on Tuesday. The Nasdaq added 0.22% to set a 10th all-time high this year. And the S&P 500 ended the day up 0.25% to also set its 24th record close of 2024. Nvidia shares rose 0.6% prior to the release of results, which are due out on Wednesday, US time, with analysts expecting the semiconductor and AI giant to post another strong batch of results. In Europe overnight, markets closed lower in the region ahead of the release of some key economic data out later in the week, including UK inflation reading, where it is widely expected to show a sharp decline in the headline inflation rate. The Stock 600 fell 0.21% on Tuesday. Germany's DAX lost 0.22%. The French CAC fell 0.67%, and in the UK, the FTSE 100 ended the day down just 0.09%. Across the Asia markets on Tuesday, it was a sea of red, led by Hong Kong's Hang Seng, falling 2% amid declining materials and industrial stocks. The local market overturned a recent rally to close 0.15% lower on Tuesday as communication services and materials stocks weighed on the key index, with heavy losses partially offset by a strong rally for tech stocks, which took lead from the Nasdaq rising on Wall Street on Monday. Guidance and corporate earnings updates have really been dominating the markets in recent sessions, with building products giant James Hardie Industries tumbling 15% on Tuesday after missing guidance expectations in an update, while Sonic Healthcare weighed on the healthcare sector after its corporate update outlined currency exchange headwinds will lead to lower than expected profits for FY24. In battle, casino operator Star Entertainment Group fell 8% on Tuesday after soaring on Monday amid investor concerns that rumoured takeover candidate Hard Rock Hotels has denied interest in acquiring the company. Telstra shares fell 2.7% on Tuesday after the telco giant announced a series of cost-cutting measures, including the culling of up to 2,800 jobs, equating to 9% of its workforce, and further expansion into artificial intelligence. The ASX is nearing record territory right now, which has many investors questioning just how high can the markets go, which is a similar concern over in the US as the Dow Jones reached a record high on Friday and the Nasdaq and S&P 500 had respective records overnight. However, with recent earnings season indicating inflation on earnings, the rally still has some steam left as valuations continue rising. Ahead of the midweek session here in Australia, the SPI futures are anticipating the ASX to open the day up with a modest rise of 0.27%. On the commodities front this morning, oil is trading almost 1% lower at $78.53 a barrel. Gold is down 0.3% at $2,419 an ounce, and iron ore is up 0.19% at $117.24 a tonne. One Aussie dollar is buying 67 US cents, 104.07 Japanese yen, 52.81 British pence, and 1 New Zealand dollar and 9 cents. And now let's dive into some trading ideas for your consideration this Wednesday. Bell Potter has maintained a buy rating on Technology One and increased the 12-month price target on the leading SaaS provider from $18.50 to $19 following the release of the company's first half 24 results, including revenue excluding interest growing 15% to $241 million, which beat to Bell Potter expectations by 1%, and profit before tax rose 17%. Technology One also surprised by issuing full-year guidance of 12 to 16% profit before tax growth, which topped typical historical guidance of 10 to 15%. And Trading Central has identified a bullish signal on BHP Group following the formation of a pattern over a period of 43 days, which is roughly the same amount of time the share price may rise from the close of $46.04 to the range of $49.40 to $50.10, according to standard principles of technical analysis. And that's all we have time for this Wednesday morning. Have a beautiful day, and as always, happy investing.